Hello, friends. I'm going to talk to you about some music here that is actually on a CD. Normally, I hold up albums like LP albums, and they sort of fill this area up right here. But CDs are so tiny they don't really look so good unless I hold them closer to the camera. Yeah, there you go. Look who it is. It's Todd Rundgren. I love Todd Rundgren. He has done so many different things in his career. One of my first introduction to Todd Rundgren was around here, maybe a little bit after. I think I got Hermit of Mink Hollow was my first one. Um, but then I went back pretty quickly after that, after just loving how diverse and how clever and fun this just great pop music. It's like pop. The quintessential pop artist is Todd Rundgren. His music has this pop edge to it, but he also pushes into progressive rock and heavier stuff. He's also known as an incredible producer who has fascinating stories about working with various artists. And, check out his opinions about working with XTC, another favorite band of mine. He worked on an album with them that's one of my favorite XTC albums. But Todd Rundgren was one of those people, still is one of those people, who does everything. He does everything on the records, and he recorded quite a few albums where he played everything on the album. And I always was fascinated with that when I was young. Still am. Kind of got me thinking about the idea of recording my own music when I was young. And overdubbing, and I could play guitar, I can play bass, and I can figure out how to make a drum machine work. So I used to record little pop songs where I'd play all the parts and I'd overdub multiple guitar layers and multiple vocals and background vocals. I did all the parts, partly because I used to listen to Todd Rundgren and I could hear his background vocals, these layered vocals. And you can tell they're all Todd Rundgren. It's all him singing background vocals to his own lead vocals. You could hear his guitar style in the rhythm guitar and the lead guitar and another guitar part in there. You could even detect his style of drumming in there. And it's almost like a book. When you read a book by an author, you're getting that author's complete creative essence. Unless the editor adds a lot or does a lot, but unlike with a film where a lot of times there are a zillion people involved in making a film that has one director's name on it, there are so many other people involved in the production of that film. It's sometimes hard to say that it was created by one person. Wrote, recorded, played all the parts. It is a Todd Rundgren production. This one is great. This one's called Something Anything. And the other one that I always feel like is a companion with this one, and I have it somewhere, but I don't have it with me right now. I'll put it up right there. Is A Wizard, a True Star, which may be one of my favorites. I love the two, A Wizard, a True Star, and Something Anything. Both of these records are just incredible, really fun, filled with all kinds of pop references to older styles of music. There's a little taste of Motown in here, a little taste of old styles of music, but there's also his style, his own style, which is very distinct. When you listen to a lot of his music, you hear the first notes of it and you're like, okay, this is Todd Rundgren, no mistake. And his voice is great. His background vocals, his melodies, incredible stuff. Just wanted to bring up Todd Rundgren. I might talk about him again because there's a few other Todd Rundgren albums that I think deserve discussion. But this one has got I Saw the Light, Marlene, which I think is a gorgeous song. It Wouldn't Have Made Any Difference. Couldn't I Just Tell You? You know, every time I look at this album, think about it, look at the songs on there, I want to put this album on because it's just fun to listen to because it's like a whole bunch of different records all in one. Um, and there were two. There's two discs. Um, but I totally recommend it. I recommend this one. I recommend A Wizard, a True Star. I recommend Herman of Mink Hollow. Um, and then I also recommend a lot of others of his that I'll get into in a later episode. But for now, we're going to just talk about these. Something, anything. A Wizard, a True Star. A Wizard, a True Star is a it definitely sounds like it was done by one person. It sounds like a home recording. There's even a photograph of him in his home recording studio on the record, which I loved because you could study it and like, wow, this is where he recorded these songs. There's guitars and patch chords and junk everywhere. It's so cool. But that one goes through some more experimental kind of things where he's just leaping from here to there and taking you again on a journey, which I love. A record that you put the headphones on and one song leads into another and you go from one thing to another. It's a little bit zany. It's a little, not quite Frank Zappa-y zany, but Todd Rundgren style zany, which is, he's not ashamed to be sort of clever and cute once in a while. On Herman of Mink Hollow, which is another album that I like quite a bit, he's got a song in there called Onomatopoeia, which is just a silly pop song. It's almost like like one of those Schoolhouse Rock songs where you imagine animation going along with it, and it's fun. It's a funny song, but it's fun. It's goofy. It's upbeat, very poppy. But that's all I'm gonna say about Todd Rundgren for now. But there will be more. I'm gonna go back into Todd Rundgren a little bit because there's a lot more to say about this guy, a whole lot more. Anyway, that's all I'm gonna say for now. Thanks for joining me. I'll talk to you again real soon.